Good morning everyone, it's Mrs. Rose here. I wanted to send you a presentation this morning to talk a little bit about your learning from home and how to get the most out of it and what to do if you're having problems with it. I'd like to start by saying a huge thank you to you all. So many of you are producing really high quality work at home under really difficult circumstances. And your teachers have been so impressed with what you're doing. So impressed, in fact, that I've been inundated with examples of work sent to me by your teachers. I've tried to include a few examples in the slides that are in this presentation, but there was so much good work sent to me that I haven't been able to share all of it with you, for which I'm very sorry, but I will look for other opportunities to share some really great work as we go ahead in the coming weeks. So have a look, see if you can spot your work in the slides today. If not, doesn't mean your work wasn't great, it just means that I haven't had room for it this time around, and hopefully it will appear soon. So the advice here is really designed to help you get the most out of this time learning from home. We do know it's difficult, it is very different from what you're used to in school. And so many of you are trying so hard to keep going with the same momentum that you would use in school that it's really tough, and we want to try and make it as easy and as stress-free for you as possible. Your teachers are setting you work for the timetabled lessons that you would have in school. So that's 5 hours of lessons per day. But remember, when you're learning at home, you don't have to do 5 hours in one chunk. You are in control of planning your day, so you can decide where your breaks are going to be and how many breaks you're going to have. Do make sure that you schedule in proper break times and go and do something else in that time. Help out at home, go for a walk, read a book, watch a TV programme, have a video chat with your friends. Do whatever to have a proper break from the work that you're doing. Remember, in school, you would only ever work for 2 hours on the trot before you had a break time or a lunch time, or it became the end of the day. Even that 5-minute changeover between lessons gives you a break between one piece of work and the next. So you don't have to sit in front of your laptop or your phone or your exercise books for 5 hours in one chunk. In fact, I would strongly advise you not to be doing that. When you open up a task, have a look at it because it will tell you how long it should take to complete. And use that as a guide for how long you're going to spend on it. You don't need to spend hours and hours working on something because you haven't finished it, when the indicator is that it should have only taken an hour to complete. Your teachers are learning about how much work is sensible and reasonable to get done in an hour when you're working from home, just as much as you are. So sometimes we get it wrong and we set too much. The only way we're going to know we've set too much is if students only submit half-finished work. If you keep going for 3 or 4 hours on something and hand it in, your teachers are going to assume that it only took you the hour to do it. So please do give them this feedback because it will help us all get better at the work that we're setting. Sometimes your teacher may set you work to be completed across 2 or 3 lessons. Remember, this doesn't have to be done all in one sitting. For example, your English teacher might set you work for the whole week on your Monday's lesson. So the explanation might say, this work is designed to last for 3 periods of English this week. You can choose how you want to do that. You can slice it up in whatever way works for you. So some people will find it easier to get on with it all in one go and keep going while they're thinking about it. Other people will prefer to take breaks, do something else, come back to it the next day when they're fresh again. Do what works for you, but don't think that it has to be done all in one sitting. If you have any questions or any problems at all, please do email your normal class teacher and ask for help. All of your teachers are working at home. They all have access to their emails and they will all reply to you. They might not reply immediately. Don't worry. If you're waiting for a reply before you can finish a piece of work, just put it to one side. Either move on to something else or use that opportunity to take a break. You would not be expected to go on trying to solve something that when you've asked for help until you've received that help. Most teachers will want you to submit your work through Show My Homework, but just check in the instructions they've given you as to what they want you to submit and how they want you to submit it. If you need help working out how to upload your work onto Show My Homework, then you can find some helpful instructions by clicking on the hyperlink here. But again, if in any doubt, email me and I will help you. We've all discovered that we're working much more slowly at home than we would normally do in school, and it's frustrating. You may not complete as much work in an hour at home as you would normally expect to in an hour's lesson at school. This is okay. We've all got to adjust our expectations of what we can get done. Do what you reasonably can in the time that you've got allocated for it. However much you get done, please make sure that what you do is your best work. Remember that presentation, spelling and punctuation all still matter. If you've been asked to make class notes, at some point in the future you will be needing to revise from these class notes, so you do need to be able to read your own handwriting and you need your notes to make sense. So remember to check through your work when you finish doing it. This weekend we have a bank holiday on the Friday, so there is no schoolwork being set tomorrow. This is unusual. It's there to commemorate the 75th anniversary of VE Day. Normally our bank holidays are on Mondays. And as a result of that, some of your teachers have been a bit caught out and have set work for Friday. To be absolutely clear with you, any work that's been set for Friday is completely optional. You are not expected to be working on Friday. We would like you to take the long weekend break and come back to your work nice and fresh on Monday. That's certainly what I'm going to be doing. So, take a deep breath, look at the work that's been set for you for the day, email your teachers and ask questions if you need to, plan your time so that you've got regular breaks, and above everything else, if you are struggling with anything, please ask for help. Whilst you are working on your own in your home, you are not alone, and we are all still here to help you. I hope you all have a lovely bank holiday weekend and are able to enjoy a little bit of the sunshine while staying safe. Take care, and we'll all be back at work on Monday morning. Bye-bye.